In 2024, the world bid a silent farewell to several extraordinary figures from the Black community, individuals whose influence helped shape history, culture, and society in profound yet often underappreciated ways. From groundbreaking athletes to legendary entertainers and influential political leaders, these icons left behind legacies that continue to inspire, even if their departures didn't dominate the headlines. 1. Joe Bryant. Joe Bryant, born on October 19, 1954, in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, was far more than just an ex-NBA player. He was a visionary, a mentor, and most notably, the father of basketball icon Kobe Bryant. From his earliest days, Joe was drawn to the game, refining his skills at John Bartram High School before making waves at LaSalle University. His natural athleticism and towering 6 feet 9 inches frame made him a dynamic force on the court, excelling in both forward and center positions, an adaptability that made him an invaluable team player. In 1975, the Golden State Warriors recognized his immense talent, selecting him with the 14th overall pick in the NBA draft. However, it was with the Philadelphia 76ers that Joe truly began carving out his professional legacy. Over the course of 8 seasons in the NBA, he played for multiple teams, including the San Diego Clippers and Houston Rockets. While he may not have been a household name like his son, Joe was deeply respected for his dedication and relentless energy, earning a reputation as a reliable and skilled role player. Seeking a fresh challenge in 1983, Joe took his talents overseas, landing in Italy's professional basketball league. It was a bold move that not only shaped his career, but also left an indelible mark on his family. Living in Italy immersed Kobe in a different culture and a unique basketball environment, something he later credited as instrumental in shaping his work ethic and passion for the sport. After hanging up his jersey as a player, Joe seamlessly transitioned into coaching, beginning in Italy before returning to the U.S. to mentor in various leagues, including the WNBA, where he led the Los Angeles Sparks. His expertise took him across the globe, coaching in Japan and Thailand, expanding the reach of the game he loved. His vast knowledge of basketball and his unwavering commitment to player development made him an invaluable figure in the sport. But perhaps Joe's most significant contribution wasn't to professional basketball. It was to the future legend he raised. He meticulously taught Kobe the fundamentals, instilled a relentless drive, and laid the very foundation for his son's historic career. More than just a father, he was a guiding force, shaping Kobe not only as an athlete, but as a person. Joe Bryant's influence stretched well beyond his own time on the court. His name became synonymous with the rise of one of the greatest players the game has ever seen. Kobe frequently acknowledged the profound role his father played in his success, crediting him for the discipline and determination that set him apart. On July 15, 2024, the world lost Joe Bryant at the age of 69. While the official cause of death remains undisclosed, reports from the Philadelphia Inquirer suggest he had suffered a major stroke in the weeks leading up to his passing. His departure may not have dominated headlines, but for those who truly understood his impact on basketball, his loss was deeply felt. 2. Erica Ashe. Erica Ashe wasn't just another actress. She was a powerhouse in the entertainment world. A dynamic performer, she wore many hats: singer, comedian, and model, leaving her mark across television, film, and theater. Born on September 19, 1977 in Florida, Erica's road to fame wasn't the traditional one. Initially, she had ambitions of becoming a doctor, setting her sights on medical school. But destiny had other plans. A fateful trip to Japan changed everything. Immersed in a different culture, she discovered a passion for performing, pivoting from medicine to modeling and singing. This bold leap ignited a career that would soon make waves in Hollywood. Her breakthrough came when she landed a coveted spot on Mad TV. With razor-sharp comedic timing and an unmatched ability to transform into wildly eccentric characters, Erica quickly became a fan favorite. She wasn't just funny, she was magnetic. Whether delivering rapid-fire punchlines or embodying over-the-top personas, her presence was undeniable. Her time on Mad TV opened doors to even bigger opportunities, and soon she was making waves in Hollywood. Erica's talent extended beyond sketch comedy. She captivated audiences in Tyler Perry's The Big Happy Family and delivered a standout performance in the hit Starz series Survivor's Remorse, where she played the fierce and unapologetic Mary Charles M. Chuck Calloway. Critics and fans alike praised her for bringing depth and authenticity to the role, proving she was more than just a comedian. She was a force in both comedy and drama. Erica also made her presence felt on the big screen, appearing in films like Scary Movie 5 and Uncle Drew, further cementing her status as a versatile performer who could master any genre. But Erica Ash's legacy wasn't just about the roles she played, it was about what she represented. As a Black woman navigating an industry notorious for its lack of diversity, she used her platform to break down barriers. She chose roles that defied stereotypes, playing powerful, complex women who demanded to be seen and heard. Her work wasn't just about entertainment, it was about representation, pushing boundaries and amplifying voices that had long been silenced. Off-screen, Erica was equally passionate. A fierce advocate for social justice, she championed causes related to health, education, and racial equality. She understood the influence she wielded and used it to enact change. Whether mentoring young Black women in the industry or speaking out on crucial issues, she was committed to making a difference. Her activism and dedication to lifting others up made her more than just a performer. She was an inspiration. But then, tragedy struck. In July 2024, Erica Ash lost her battle with cancer at just 46 years old. Her passing left a gaping void in the entertainment world. Hollywood lost one of its brightest stars, and her fans lost a woman who had given them laughter, empowerment, and representation. 3. Abdul Fakir. Abdul Duke. Fakir wasn't just another musician. He was a pioneer, a trailblazer who helped shape the sound of American music. Born on December 26, 1935 in Detroit, Michigan, Fakir grew up in a culturally rich household, with Ethiopian and Bangladeshi heritage influencing his worldview. But it was the rhythm and soul of Detroit that truly captured his heart, setting him on a path that would cement his legacy in the world of music. From a young age, music was more than just a passion for Abdul. It was his escape, his calling. During high school, he crossed paths with 3 other young men who shared his dream: Levi Stubbs, Ronaldo Obi Benson, and Lawrence Payton. Together, they formed a group, originally named the Four Aims. But little did they know they were about to become one of the most legendary acts in music history. In 1963, the group signed with Motown Records, and the world was introduced to the Four Tops, a name that would soon become synonymous with soul, passion, and timeless hits. Fakir's silky smooth tenor was an essential part of the group's unmistakable sound, blending R&B, soul, and pop with an effortless harmony that few could replicate. Their music wasn't just catchy, it defined an entire generation. Songs like I Can't Help Myself, Sugar Pie, Honey Bunch, Reach Out, I'll Be There, and Baby I Need Your Loving became instant classics, dominating the charts and cementing the Four Tops as one of the most influential acts of the Motown era. Their emotionally charged performances, combined with their signature harmonies, made them an unstoppable force in the music industry. At a time when America was deeply divided by racial segregation and social injustice, the Four Tops stood as a beacon of hope. Their music transcended racial and cultural barriers, drawing fans from all walks of life and proving that soul music had the power to unite people. Abdul Fakir, known for his humility and unwavering dedication, didn't just use his voice for music, he used it for change. Throughout the civil rights movement, he and his bandmates supported the fight for racial equality, using their platform to bring attention to injustice and discrimination. Their music wasn't just about love and heartbreak, it was about resilience, strength, and the power of unity. While many Motown groups came and went, the Four Tops remained, and Fakir, as the last surviving original member, carried their legacy well into his 80s. Even as time passed, he continued to perform, ensuring that the group's music and message lived on. But on July 22, 2024, at the age of 88, Abdul Duke Fakir took his final bow, passing away at his home in Detroit due to heart failure. Though his voice may have been silenced, his impact is eternal. 4. Sheila Jackson. Sheila Jackson. Lee wasn't just another politician. She was a force of nature, a relentless advocate who dedicated her life to fighting for justice, equality, and the rights of the underprivileged. Born on January 12, 1950, in Queens, New York, she was raised in a household where education and civic duty were paramount. From an early age, it was clear that she wasn't destined for the sidelines. She was meant to lead. Jackson Lee's pursuit of excellence began at Yale University, where she graduated in 1972, later earning her law degree from the University of Virginia School of Law in 1975. But Sheila wasn't content with a quiet legal career. Her calling was in public service. Her early political career saw her making waves as a municipal judge and a Houston City Council member, where she quickly gained a reputation for her unwavering commitment to civil rights, healthcare reform, and education. She didn't just talk, she took action, demanding better policies and protections for those often ignored by the system. When she was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives for Texas's 18th Congressional District in 1995, it marked the beginning of nearly 3 decades of tireless advocacy in Washington. Sheila Jackson Lee wasn't one to sit quietly in the background. She became one of the most vocal and influential lawmakers in Congress, fearlessly tackling issues that others hesitated to confront. As a senior member of the House Judiciary and Homeland Security Committees, she became a leading voice on civil liberties, immigration reform, voting rights, and criminal justice reform. Her passion for healthcare equality was unwavering. She fought hard to protect and expand the Affordable Care Act, ensuring that millions of Americans had access to affordable medical care. Women's rights, gun violence prevention, and mental health advocacy were also cornerstones of her mission. But one of her most defining battles was in the fight to protect voting rights. As a fierce advocate for election fairness, she worked tirelessly to restore key provisions of the Voting Rights Act, ensuring that marginalized communities had a voice in democracy. Her leadership extended beyond legislative battles. When disaster struck, she was there. Following the catastrophic Hurricane Harvey in 2017, Sheila was instrumental in securing federal aid for Houston, making sure that communities devastated by the storm received the help they desperately needed. Even in the face of personal challenges, Sheila Jackson Lee never backed down. Her resilience was unmatched, and she remained deeply involved in politics until the very end. On July 2024, at the age of 74, Sheila Jackson Lee passed away after a courageous battle with pancreatic cancer. Her death marked the end of an era in Texas politics, but her legacy lives on through the policies she championed, the lives she touched, and the generations she inspired. 5. Bill Cobbs. Bill Cobbs, born William Francis Cobbs on June 16, 1934, in Cleveland, Ohio, wasn't just an actor, he was a Hollywood institution. With a career spanning over 40 years, his presence on screen brought wisdom, warmth, and an undeniable gravitas that few could match. Raised in a blue-collar household, Cobbs's journey to stardom wasn't paved with privilege. Before stepping into the world of acting, he served in the U.S. Air Force, dedicating himself to service before setting out on an entirely different path. He worked as a car salesman and an office clerk, but deep down, he knew his destiny lay elsewhere. That passion led him to New York City in the 1970s, where he immersed himself in theater, honing the craft that would eventually make him a household name. Bill Cobbs was a rare breed, an actor who could transform any role into something unforgettable. His transition from stage to screen was seamless, and his deep, resonant voice and commanding presence set him apart. With more than 190 film and television credits, Cobbs cemented his legacy as one of the most respected character actors of his generation. Audiences may best remember him from classics like The Hudsucker Proxy, 1994, Demolition Man, 1993, and Night at the Museum, 2006, where he played the wise and weathered night guard opposite Ben Stiller. But his influence extended beyond the big screen. On television, he left a powerful mark, starring in shows like The Sopranos, The West Wing, and The Michael Richards Show, bringing depth and complexity to every character he portrayed. At a time when Hollywood often sidelined black actors, Cobbs became a symbol of dignity, representation, and quiet resistance. He refused to accept stereotypical roles, instead bringing richness, depth, and humanity to his characters. His presence challenged industry norms, paving the way for future generations of Black actors who could now aspire to roles of substance and significance. Unlike many, Cobbs never relied on flashy roles or A-list status. Instead, his work spoke for itself, earning him the deep respect of both his peers and audiences. He had a unique ability to elevate every project he touched, making even the smallest roles feel essential. On June 25, 2024, at the age of 90, Bill Cobbs passed away peacefully at his home in Upland, California. His departure marked the end of an era, a farewell to a Hollywood giant whose legacy will never fade. But Cobbs was more than an actor. He was a storyteller, a mentor, and a trailblazer. His life's work continues to inspire, proving that true greatness isn't measured in awards or blockbusters, but in the impact left behind. Bill Cobbs wasn't just a man on screen, he was a presence, a force, a legend. And though he may be gone, his legacy will forever live on in the unforgettable characters he gifted the world. 6. Willie Mays. Willie Mays wasn't just a baseball player. He was an American icon, a legend whose name is forever etched into the fabric of sports history. Born on May 6, 1931, in Westfield, Alabama, Mays grew up in a household where baseball wasn't just a pastime, it was a way of life. With a father who played semi-professional ball, young Willie was immersed in the game from the moment he could walk. His talent was undeniable, and by high school, he was already a standout athlete, excelling in both football and baseball. At just 16 years old, Mays took a leap into professional sports, signing with the New York Giants minor league system. It was a decision that set the stage for one of the most storied careers in Major League Baseball, MLB history. When he finally made his MLB debut in 1951, it became clear that the world was witnessing something extraordinary. That year, he was named the National League Rookie of the Year, and just 3 years later, in 1954, he played a pivotal role in leading the Giants to a World Series championship. It was during Game 1 of that series that Mays made what is still regarded as one of the greatest defensive plays in baseball history, a breathtaking over-the-shoulder grab that defied gravity. Dubbed the catch, it became an instant piece of baseball mythology, immortalizing Mays as more than just a player. He was a phenomenon. Over the course of his 22-year career, which spanned from 1951 to 1973, Mays dominated the sport, playing primarily with the Giants, who relocated to San Francisco in 1958, before finishing his playing days with the New York Mets. His numbers alone tell the story of a player unmatched in skill and impact. 660 career home runs, placing him among the most prolific sluggers in baseball history. 3,283 hits and 1,903 RBIs, solidifying his offensive brilliance. A .302 career batting average, proving he was more than just a power hitter. 12-time Gold Glove Award winner, showcasing his elite defensive prowess. 338 stolen bases, demonstrating his speed and athleticism. 24-time All-Star, a testament to his dominance year after year. 2-time National League MVP, 1954, 1965, cementing his reign as one of the greatest of all time. But Mays was more than just numbers and statistics. He was a symbol of excellence, perseverance, and grace. As one of the most prominent Black athletes during an era of racial tension, he broke barriers and opened doors for countless future players. His poise, dignity, and unwavering sportsmanship made him an inspiration to people of all backgrounds, not just baseball fans. Even beyond the diamond, Mays used his platform for change. He devoted his time to supporting youth sports, advocating for education, and working with charitable organizations, proving that his impact stretched far beyond the game. On June 18, 2024, at the age of 93, Willie Mays passed away due to heart failure at a care home in Palo Alto, California. In a final nod to the sport that defined his life, he released one last public statement expressing his wish to remain in California rather than attend the much-anticipated MLB game at Rickwood Field between the Giants and Cardinals. His passing marked the end of an era, but his influence will never fade. Throughout his lifetime, He received countless accolades, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2015, a testament to his immeasurable contributions to baseball and society. Even in retirement, Willie Mays remained one of the most revered figures in American sports, a legend whose impact transcended the game itself. His talent, dignity, and resilience will continue to inspire generations, ensuring that his name is never forgotten. Willie Mays will forever be remembered not just as an athlete, but as a man who transformed the sport, leaving behind a legacy of greatness, perseverance, and excellence, both on and off the field.